Before the world stirs, before the noise begins, there is a sacred window of time, your morning. And what you choose to do in that window can shape everything. The battles you'll face, the peace you'll protect, and the strength you'll carry. The ancient Stoics knew this well. They didn't stumble into resilience. They forged it through quiet, deliberate rituals practiced at dawn. While the world chased distractions, they returned to stillness. While others woke up overwhelmed, they awakened with clarity. Because the day doesn't belong to the strongest, it belongs to the most prepared. In this video, you'll uncover 5 powerful morning habits drawn from Stoic philosophy. Not just to help you wake up, but to help you rise with unshakable purpose. These are the same principles that shaped emperors, warriors, and sages. And if practiced with intention, they'll transform how you greet every day. This isn't just a morning routine, it's a daily rebirth, a return to your center, a quiet reclaiming of control in a world that thrives on chaos. So take a breath, clear your mind, and step into the day like a true Stoic. Let's begin. Each morning, before the rush, before the noise of the world pulls you into its chaos, there is one thought that has the power to center you completely. Memento Mori. Remember, you will die. At first it may sound grim, but to the Stoic it's not darkness, it's clarity. It is the lens that brings everything into focus. When you start your day with the awareness that your time is finite, the meaningless fades. Suddenly, the things that annoyed you yesterday lose their grip. The arguments, the delays, the distractions, they shrink in the shadow of your mortality. You stop wasting your morning scrolling, doubting, hesitating, and you start living like it actually matters. Seneca said, "Life is long if you know how to use it," but most people don't. They live as if they'll get a second version of today, a do-over, a next time, a someday. The Stoic knows better. You only get this sunrise once, this breath, this chance to love, to build, to reflect, to move with meaning. So as your feet hit the floor, remember this. You are not guaranteed another day, not another hour. And that's not meant to frighten you. It's meant to free you. Because when you live with death in the room, you speak more kindly, act more bravely, and waste far less. Let Memento Mori be the fire beneath your focus. Let it guide your choices. Let it give weight to every word and urgency to every action. Not out of fear, but out of love. For life, for truth, for now. This is where the Stoic begins the day, with perspective, with power, with presence. Start your day by tightening your circle, not around people or things, but around your attention. Because every morning, your mind is flooded with demands, expectations, judgments, delays, distractions, and most of them, they don't belong to you. That's why the Stoics began their day with a simple yet life-changing question. What is in my control today? This isn't a motivational gimmick. It's a filter, a blade that slices away what doesn't matter. Because at the core of Stoicism lies a profound truth. There are only 2 realms, what you can control and what you cannot. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices, those belong to you. The traffic, the opinions of others, the chaos of the world, none of that is yours to carry. Seneca said it best. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. And that suffering, it's born when we try to manage things we were never meant to. So ask yourself, can I change this? Can I influence it? Or am I just feeding anxiety over something that's outside my reach? When you focus only on what's yours to shape, your discipline, your attitude, your response, something shifts. You stop fighting the wind and start adjusting your sails. Peace isn't found by controlling everything. It's found by releasing what was never yours to hold. So before you answer that email, before you scroll through the noise, before you react to someone else's mood, pause, breathe, and ask, is this mine to control? If it is, act with clarity. If it isn't, let it pass like a storm outside your window. Master this habit, and you won't just survive the day, you'll own it with quiet authority. The heaviest chains are often the ones we choose to carry. We clutter our lives with excess. More things, more noise, more distractions, all in the name of happiness, but rarely in the service of peace. In a world obsessed with accumulation, the Stoics chose the opposite path, voluntary simplicity. Not because they couldn't have more, but because they understood the cost of constantly chasing it. To practice voluntary simplicity is to begin subtracting the unnecessary, not just from your home, but from your mind. It's the conscious decision to step back from indulgence and step into clarity. Marcus Aurelius wore plain clothes, ate simple meals, and wrote his deepest thoughts in solitude, not out of poverty, but power. He understood that real strength is found in what you can walk away from, not what you cling to. Look around you. How much of what surrounds you is truly essential? How many habits are weighing you down? How many distractions are robbing you of time, focus, and energy? When you strip away what you don't need, possessions, bad habits, external validation, you uncover what you've been missing all along. Inner stillness. Simplicity is not about living with nothing. It's about needing less to feel whole. Try this. Remove one comfort today. Skip the luxury. Avoid the noise. Sit in silence. Let your mind feel what it's like to be undistracted, unburdened, fully present. The discomfort won't last, but the clarity that follows will. The Stoics believed that self-control wasn't about deprivation. It was about dominion over desire. And in a world constantly telling you to consume more, choosing less is an act of rebellion and mastery. Because in the end, the man who needs little is the hardest to break and the easiest to free. Clutter isn't just physical, it's mental. And the more you carry into the day, the less space you leave for clarity, presence, and peace. The Stoics knew this deeply. Their lives weren't defined by excess, but by intentional absence. They stripped away everything that didn't serve virtue, distraction, indulgence, unnecessary worry. This was more than minimalism. This was a way of preparing the soul. Voluntary simplicity is not about denying pleasure. It's about reclaiming focus. It's waking up and asking, do I really need this thought, this fear, this reaction? Strip away what you don't need, and you'll uncover something rare. Space to breathe, to think, and to live on your own terms. But simplicity is only half the armor. The other half is anticipation, the ability to face the future before it arrives. Premeditatio malorum, the Stoic practice of visualizing adversity, was how they trained for battle without ever lifting a sword. They would begin their mornings by imagining the day's chaos, the insults, delays, misunderstandings, betrayals, not to invite suffering, but to prepare for it. When your mind is already rehearsed for turbulence, you don't panic, you respond with poise. So each morning before the world pulls at you, sit in stillness. Visualize the day ahead, the meetings, the traffic, the unexpected conflicts. See them clearly, walk through them mentally, and choose your response now while your mind is still calm. When the storm hits later, you'll already be anchored. This combination, voluntary simplicity and mental preparation, forms the Stoics' daily armor. With less clutter and more clarity, you don't just react to life, you lead it. And in doing so, you transform ordinary mornings into moments of silent power. In a world obsessed with accumulation, more status, more noise, more distractions, the Stoic walks a different path, a path of less. Voluntary simplicity isn't about deprivation. It's about discipline. It's about stripping away the unnecessary to reveal the essential. Because freedom doesn't come from adding more, it comes from needing less. The Stoic does not chase luxury or excess. He seeks clarity, and clarity lives in simplicity. When you choose to live with less, you stop measuring your life by what you possess and start shaping it by who you are becoming. You eat only what fuels you. You wear what serves you. You consume only what elevates you. And in that reduction, you make space. Space to think, space to act with intention, space to breathe. But it doesn't stop there. Because the Stoic doesn't end his day by collapsing into bed, he ends it in self-examination. After the noise fades and the world grows quiet, he asks the questions most people run from. Where did I live in accordance with virtue today? Where did I fall short? Was I patient? Just? Honest? Did I lead myself? Or was I led by impulse? This quiet reflection isn't punishment, it's precision, a moment to recalibrate your compass. Because true mastery isn't found in dramatic gestures. It's hidden in the silent corrections you make each night when no one is watching. Together, simplicity and reflection form the unshakable foundation of a Stoic life. One clears the path, the other ensures you're still walking it with integrity. Choose less, live deeper, and as the day ends, return to yourself. Not with judgment, but with awareness. Because in that stillness, growth begins. And so the Stoic doesn't rise to chase the day. He rises to meet it, with clarity, with calm, with conviction. From the moment your eyes open to the final breath before sleep, life is offering you something sacred, the chance to live with intention, not in chaos, not in reaction, but in alignment with something deeper: virtue, discipline, peace. The morning is your forge. You shape your armor there. Simplicity, focus, presence. And the evening? That's your mirror. You don't run from the truth. You sit with it. You ask the hard questions. You sharpen the blade. And you become better quietly. Because Stoicism isn't about appearing strong. It's about becoming unshakable from the inside out. No one may ever see the battles you fight, the impulses you master, the desires you resist, the chaos you calmly walk through. But you will know, and that's enough. So strip away the noise. Start small, start silent, and every day return to what matters most: who you are when the world is no longer watching. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, let it be more than just words. Let it be action. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're ready to keep walking this path of stillness, strength, and Stoic clarity. And remember, you don't need more time. You need more presence. And that begins now.